look at the two-time NBA Coach of the Year, Doc Rivers, on the Boston side, and Mike Brown, who was last season's Coach of the Year for the Cleveland Cavaliers. Varejao goes inside. Garnett swats it away. 3-on-2. Rondo, Pierce. And he floats in right there, right into Parker.
That's what Doc Rivers wants.
Kevin Garnett and Paul Pierce all sacrificing some part of their game when they all came together a couple years
ago. In the paint. But both of these teams want to be teams where their defense creates some offense for them.
Two with the miss right there. And here comes Rajon Rondo. They relied on him so much with Garnett out a year ago. Pierce with a three on the fly, transitional threes.
That's what you do when you run. When the big guys run, when Perkins run and Garnett's run, you take people back into the
work on something new every offseason. There it is right there. Here's Daniels. Perkins now in. Pierce with James defending a three for Paul Pierce. Boston's third all-time leading scorer.
Goes right to the rim with no help. And this is Paul Pierce knocking down that three. Nice little shovel pass from Kendrick Perkins. Cleveland with a one
line with Hall of Famer Doug Collins and Hall of Famer Cheryl Miller. Kevin Harlan 4.5 to play here in
a more versatile team. He's gotten that. Cleveland's gone to their bench only 1 of 7. Remember now when Cheryl Miller interviewed Doc Rivers at the end of the first quarter, he said, hey, we turned the ball over too much. We time out. He'd be able to substitute, get his shooters on the floor, have a chance to get the last score going in before halftime.
About new cast members, what do you think about the new players you've seen on the floor for both Cleveland and Boston?
Well, I love Mark. Always do, Kevin. Every night you can defend. And then on those nights that you play good offense, I mean, you're going to always find a way to win the basketball game. So that's what these two teams do. I think they were plus 10-point differential. Last year, Cleveland was plus 9, so they played so many games, 10 points or more.
Both quarters well. In the first quarter, they closed it out 14-7.
Thanks a lot, Kevin. Well, Paul, in that first quarter, you guys weathered the storm, settled down. Was it the defense that got you back in it?
Yeah, you know, we really settled down. We knew they were going to come out high for the home opener, so we just had to take our time. I thought we rushed a little bit, settled down. Our defense started to settle in, and that's when we began to play ball.
You know, both teams trying to figure out how to use their new additions. You got to be pleased with what Wallace and Williams and Marquise Daniels provided.
Oh, yeah, definitely. Our bench really came in and got the job done. They really got us back in the game, and it carried over in the second quarter.
All right, thanks for your time. Coming up after the break, we'll be sending it down to our Atlanta studios for the
knock down a long three-pointer, little penetration, and Kendrick Perkins a little game. And this is what happens when your big men run. Look at the point guard gets caught down low. LeBron tries to help. You swing the ball. Varejao cannot get to the three-point shooter, and Pierce knocks down the three in the open court. That was the difference in that second quarter. Paul Pierce moving screen, so the plethora of turnovers here. This is what got Boston in trouble to start the game, the turnovers for personal reasons. So going a long time here with Zydrunas Ilgauskas and Shaq. Mike Brown must like what he sees.
Cleveland on a 7-0 run. Perkins for the Cleveland Cavaliers. Here's Pierce again with the drive.
Well, great pass, and Mo Williams has got to be very disappointed with himself here. He sort of tried to wrap up Kendrick Perkins. If they can't roam off Rasheed Wallace, he's going to be out behind that three-point line. If you leave him, he'll knock it down. So now the spacing changes. They go to a pick and roll. Shaq does not getting Shaq involved in the pick and roll. He jumps out. Pierce, a little crossover dribble, gets to the foul line, knocks it down. Things that they're going to deal with this year, Cleveland.
Varejao on the switch goes out on Paul Pierce. Pierce
came up with the 2 biggest shots for the Celtics to really give them this cushion. That's why they call him the truth, and that's why he was the...
You're right, he didn't score in the third. And here he comes right now as you try to manage minutes for both these coaches with both these teams. That's going to be .com. Doug, just following up on the bench scoring. You've been talking about Boston out scoring the Cleveland bench tonight, 26-10.
And really the first home games before Cleveland, before they lost to the Lakers, they were 39-2. They lost the last game of the year to...
It's as close now as they have been in the second half. 4 points is as close as they have been. So I'll walk to the other end of the floor and shoot some Celtic free throws. Boston Garden. Paul Pierce at the line, 7 of 8 tonight. On the stripe, 22 points and 11 rebounds. Rondo finishes with 10 assists, 10 rebounds for Garnett. As he comes back, a double-double for KG. He had the 13 points. So Boston, which last year had the 3rd best record in the NBA overall at 62-20. And they had a heck of a start to last year, too, overall. One of the Celtics started 27-2 last season.